everyone receive is a reflection of us.
Grand Rising. I bring to you a spontaneous message, one of intrigue, curiosity. You see, this one occurred this morning as I was getting my morning coffee, and as I was pulling in, a couple of young girls were obviously chasing a gentleman. This gentleman must have had something of theirs because they yelled out for help. They weren't in danger, but they were chasing him. So, two and two together, he must have stole something. Now, gladly, the question you ask yourself is, what can you do? What do you do in a situation like this? So I turned around the car from the parking lot and I drove around, and I saw him again and I saw them. Saw which way he was going. And it appeared he only had a phone in his hand or potentially something. But you see, is it up to you to help? You go out of your way to then go to try to help someone. Gladly, the response would have been favorable. But then you're putting yourself in harm's way. So the first thing I think one needs to ask himself is, are you going out of your way? Does it put you in danger? And now are you at risk? And then you ask yourself, do you know the entire story? Do you know what played out, or do you just see an event? Because this story, you don't know. It could be a collection of things. It could be that they're all tied together. Maybe it was just so that someone would follow them in a car, and then when you get out, they take your car. Maybe you go and chase this person, take them down, and they get injured, and they sue you for injury because it was a test or they were trying something. So you continue on your daily business because I saw that it was going out of my way and there's nothing I could really do. You don't know if this person is dangerous, has a knife, or is sick. So the people chasing him, you don't know what their story is. You don't know what their life has gone through. Maybe they took from people, and this is karma's way of giving back. Maybe it was so that this audio could be said. You just don't know. So what is the safest thing to do in situations like this? Because everyone wants to be the hero, to save someone's life or get something back. But I don't believe that's what we need to be doing. Because you need to focus on you. For if you are not here, then how can we help more people? It's also an idea that if you don't know the situation, you don't know the lead up or what occurred, don't get involved. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you a person without heart or love. No, that makes you wise. You cannot make judgment. You don't know what occurred. This is exactly the way that the media want you to do it. They show you something, they want a reaction, but you don't know the full story. Once the full story is known, then you can come to conclusions. If you are in an area that happens to be not out of your way and you can make a difference, then you can consider the possibility. But you see, I found myself going out of the way, so I didn't. It's quite interesting because as I was turning out, I saw another car and a license plate that had meaning to me. So maybe it was all just for that. I'll keep you posted. But as I was getting my morning coffee, there were conversations that I was had with a specific woman. Maybe it was for that. Maybe it was to identify that even the ambulance team and people, when you do your training, always identify that do not put yourself at risk, because there is better to have only one person unsafe than two. So these are the things that play to mind, because the fact that it happens in our society still is the problem. This person entered into a shopping center, so they were on CCTV. So it can be handled by the police later. So there are ways to deal with this situation, but you see, at hand, we must make that critical decision. What do you do? Well, I'm here to tell you it doesn't matter whether you choose to go after or not. If you do and things work out, then I am in favor for you, if you do not feel it to be out of your way. But if you do not, I also want you to feel graceful, because that doesn't make you any less a person, that just makes you wiser. It also makes you more vigilant. Maybe it was a test to assign yourself to say, where is my alliances? Where is my allegiance to myself? And gladly, we don't know what the world is up to. All we can do is evolve and grow with it. I like to see this situation as learning both sides of the story before it occurs. And I think if we look at things like that, we can start to see a better world. One that doesn't have these events take place, but one of kindness. Maybe in the event, if he did take her money or her bag, he would have asked politely to have some money instead. And then things would have been different. So maybe it isn't my story, maybe it's theirs. Maybe they were just NPC characters to highlight an area of my life. Maybe it was to be the woman that I was talking to, so that she doesn't feel bad or guilty. So many factors of this can occur and play out, so you have to ask yourself, what would you do? But either way, I want people to feel solace and happiness inside that you are better safe than being a hero. So just with that, I'll leave you with peace and love. Take care.